Hi, I'm Clowny Quin, and today I want to talk about the 1928 film, The Man Who Laughs. And supposedly, the character in this movie, with his wonderful, terrifying smile, was what the Joker was originally based off of, inspired by, I imagine, because of his constant smile. And this was a Victor Hugo story, and luckily, it doesn't quite end like the original play does. Everybody lives in the movie. It's about this guy who, when he is a child, he gets disfigured because his father is killed after being ordered by his political enemy to be killed, and since he's the son, they disfigure him, and it's like this group of people that disfigures children and sells them, so it's kind of scary. And so his face is just permanently stuck like this. So even when he's sad, he's always smiling. And now I'm always smiling. Who does that sound like? Who does that sound like? So, anyway, when he's still like a young boy, he ends up being abandoned in the desert after he's disfigured and stuck with the frozen smile on his face. And he finds this little baby that's blind and wants to try to save her. And then he ends up getting taken by this traveling freak show. And years go by and they've both grown up. And the smiling man and the blind girl are in love and they want to get married. But then it's found out about his heritage, and he's trying to get put into place by the queen or the empress or something to take over his the fortune and the land that he owns, and they're trying to marry him off. And then somebody else is trying to take the blind girl away, this guy who's being very forward with her. And luckily, the man who laughs, always smiling, he renounces his title and decides to leave the rich woman and stays with his true love, the blind girl, and they do not die in the end. So that's wonderful. This is obviously a silent film. I don't know if I mentioned that already. It's black and white and it's beautiful. So it's one where it's kind of and then the words come up at the end after the scene happens. There's a line from one of the fellow freaks that is talking to the man who laughs. I can't really remember how to say his name. It's like Champlain, something, something. And it's one of the other clowns, and he's wiping off his face after a performance, and he says, well, you're lucky, you don't have to take off your face. And then he's just trying to express oh, well, sure, it seems great, but I don't have to take it off. And there's some really heartbreaking scenes, where he it's kind of amazing that he's expressing so much in that terrifying smile. And just film back then was so wonderful. Part of me kind of wishes we could go back to those times. Before the talkies. For the chatterboxing. Blah, blah, blah. Have you seen The Man Who Laughs? Did you know that it was supposedly the original inspiration for the Joker? Is it spooky to you? Or do you just think it's cool? Are you thinking, Quinn, I don't want to watch black and white movies. What are you talking about? I don't want to read. That's perfectly understandable. But I'd love to know what you thought of it. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, you could tell me. You could tell me in the comments. Give me a like, give me a thumbs up. Ring that bell, ring that bell. I'll see you next time. Bye.